All right, first I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one in the mass to show my solidarity and show my brothers and sisters of the world that wearing the mask is important, and I hope everybody resonate with that message. So we're gonna get to Nick Cannon. I ain't gonna make this a long video, even though this video should be long because there's so many facets to this. So, but anyway, what I think about Nick Cannon is what he said was probably bad timing. I'm not gonna get into the whether it's true or not thing, because honestly I haven't done research, but you can always do your research and see exactly what he's saying, and he may have some points to that, he may not, but that's not reason why he's canceled. Or I don't want to say he canceled, I'm gonna say why some people are upset with him and why his show got canceled. Okay. How white people, I ain't gonna say white people, how people who gave Nick Cannon a chance in the beginning are white. People who gave Nick Cannon a chance in the beginning possibly have a lot, are Jewish. Let's just say it. Nick Cannon been on Nickelodeon and all these different places since he was a kid, right? So obviously, let's just say it, white people and Jewish people saw something in him. Let me fix this mask real quick, okay? It may look stupid, but I don't care. White people saw something in him. They said, you know what? We like him. So ever since he's a little kid, basically, he's been given opportunities that most people, including white people, including black people, including anybody race on this earth, has not got. So you got to understand they view him differently. Like, hold on. We picked you to raise your family. We picked you to be famous. We picked you to, we picked you to, to represent your culture. Why would you say that when you have every opportunity to come to us and talk, or come to us and explain yourself, or come to us if you have an issue? First, we have gained respect from you to give you a platform to talk. Talk to us. Talk to us first, and then say what you want to say. Let us talk to you and say if we think that's a good idea or not. And let's have a report. This is why this channel is such a gap between black people and white people and whoever else. This channel is a logical gap. I'm in the middle of it so I can show each one how each other feels, hopefully. So from their side of it, I can see why they would be angry. Because he has gotten all the opportunity to embrace everything that comes from being a person from the hood, and embrace being a person who's been picked by people and say, hey, here you go. Let me show you something. I can show you a different way of life. And in that, in turn, you can help your people out. So from their standpoint, Nick, how can you say stuff like that? When we helped you. We got you right here. We got you on this show. You're wilding out. We got you everything you needed. When we wasn't giving shows to black people for skits and comedy skits and all that stuff, you were given that. So you can't be doing that. I tell y'all all the time, you can't bite the hand that feeds you. That's not right. That's not right. Whether it's true or not, it's an old saying that the truth hurts, right? And some truths may not need to be said. It may be known. Okay, even if something is true, don't mean you have to say it. I keep telling y'all, keep it real goes wrong. You can't always say what you want to say at the time. And people may say, well, James, if it's true, it can be said all the time. That's not true. You can say something on your internet, on Facebook, but that don't mean you're not going to get fired for it, right? That don't mean you're not going to get fired for it. It happens every day. You have to respect command. If, just like the dude Carlos Miller, I don't want to say, I think that's his name. He was on Nick Cannon's show. Now, I don't know what happened, but he got fired because he said something. And he let him back in, right? You can't just say stuff to your boss or people who paying you and just be like, oh man, whatever. Because it don't. As much as you wanted to think the world don't work like that, it works like that. You have to respect people, and you can't say, hey, I can't say anti-Semitic things because guess what? I'm black, so it don't count. Man, people's feelings count. No matter how much. If I'm a black person, that is the wrong. That's bad to say that, because if a Latin person who gets discriminated against, right, says something racist about black people, their argument can be, hey, I get discriminated against, so if I say something bad about black people, it shouldn't count. You see how that messed up is? Like, so if you're going by that logic, none of it matters. So to be frank about it, who really is the spokesperson on, okay, you can say this and you can say that, because it's not true. You can say things, anybody can go up. I can say things on the internet, I can say things in life, but that don't mean that I'm not gonna get in trouble for it, that it don't have a repercussion, that I'm not gonna lose things because I'm not gonna gain things from it. You never know. But nobody should feel as if they have enough power or been enslaved or be rich or be poor to say that I'm a black person, I can say something hurtful and it shouldn't hurt you because I'm a black person and it don't matter. See, that's the point right there. I know he apologized for it, and I really believe Nick really means that he didn't say anything about it. I think he was actually just talking, trying to make a point. But him being in psychology and all, and I respect Nick Cannon because he's very intelligent. I think he knows where he did wrong. Truthfully, even if he can't admit it or not, you can't just say anything. There's checks and balances on whatever anybody says. So just because you're black, just because you're Chinese, just because you're anything, you can't say hurtful stuff and then be like, I'm black, I can say it. It's just not cool. We gotta make sure that we understand Jewish people have feelings, white people have feelings, and we're not gonna get nowhere without understanding that racism can come from a black person, racism come from a white person. It's all the same. We should not be treating it different. We can't treat it different. Now, if they cancel the show, I hate to say this, y'all, because I love Wildin' Out, and I really love Wildin' Out, then okay, they have to cancel the show. You know why? Because y'all would want a white person canceled. You know you would. I would too. If a white person says something crazy like that, they gotta get fired. It's just that simple. I'm in my mind, I keep looking away because like I don't want to say it. But yes, you know what? It was a white woman. She was on a show for 30 years called Days of Our Lives. And she liked some stuff. I don't even know if she said something, but she liked some stuff. You know what? You know what they did? They fired her. Just because she liked some stuff that people might perceive as being racist. She ain't say nothing. And she got fired, and we all was cool with it. So, if it's zero tolerance for a white woman who says stuff, who likes stuff like that, it has to be zero tolerance for black people too. I hate saying that. Because Nick is a smart person. I hope to meet him one day. So, and he understands psychology. So I hope he don't hold this against me. And I hope black people don't hold this against me. I'm just saying this channel is for the truth. If one person says something like that, you can't excuse it and then say okay for a black person to say it. Because if a white person said it, you ought to be all over him. All over him. So we just keeping it fair. That's all they doing is keeping it fair. There's no speeches like that for nobody. Nobody above zero tolerance. Look at my old videos. I explained to you what zero tolerance is. Okay.